Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Late Night Podcast with me, your host, Gurkk, along with my two compatriots, Storm
Hello.
and Rex.
Howdy.
Now, for today's session, we really had to think about what we were going to start out with. You know, we needed something nice to bring everyone in and interesting enough to hold people's attention, because that's how these things work, right?
Yep.
Now, I was searching around, and Storm, you had given us the suggestion of true crime. And I was diving around, and if all of you will check your DMs, you will find the court case for Angela Hammond. It's an unsolved mystery.
Right.
Now,
I see.
This definitely got the 80s hair.
definitely the 80s hair, yes.
Yes.
Let me just grab a quick scene for all of you to see what we are seeing.
Damn, she was short. 4'11"?
Of all the things you could comment on, Storm, that's what you comment on, alright?
Oh, she was only... Ooh, she was like 3 years older than my sister would be. Well, she would have been 3 years older. Oh, no, wait. No, that's when she went missing. Never mind. I misread. She's far older than my sister.
Oh. Alright. So, here we are. Disappeared in 1991. No? Right? Yes? No? 1991? Yes, 1991. Now, let's see. So apparently she was kidnapped while on the phone with her... I think she was kidnapped while on the phone with her fiancé.
Gurkk, do you have a picture of her to show?
Oh, yes, I'm currently showing the page that you guys are seeing.
Man, she was on her way to making good money. She was a bank clerk and a college student.
Yeah. Very, very good characteristics, alright.
She was definitely young, 22.
4 months pregnant. Unfortunate.
I think she was, yeah, and then the secondary picture I see here shows her at age 43. It's age progression. So I think that's like what she would look like. If I'm guessing right.
Actually, I think that's just another picture of her. Wait, maybe you might be right. I can't do math right now because I'm. Actually, wait, no. Yeah, actually, I think you're right. She would have been 20 when she got kidnapped.
And also, I should state, we're not trying to find any answers, just looking at it.
Yes. We are not detectives by any means of the word.
You got these other podcasts out here that want to play backyard detective, which we just aren't.
Yeah, that's not really our place. Not really our place. There we go. Adjusted the screen a little bit. So now, according to this, she disappeared at 11:30, probably. She was
so pretty late in the evening, or 11:30 p.m. a.m.
Yeah. Payphone at an intersection, 7 blocks from her fiance's home. Damn. She noticed
Was it PM or AM?
PM. 11:30 p.m.
I was assuming
Okay,
to be
so it was a bit late.
What was that, Rex?
I said I had assumed it would be PM, so the guy didn't get seen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was, what, the 80s, 90s?
Yeah, 90s.
People could still get away with that shit.
She noticed a suspicious man circle the block several times in a green Ford pickup truck before it pulled up beside her. Man got out and used the phone before getting back in his truck. Took out the flashlight, flashed it around in his truck looking for something. Angela described the man's appearance and truck to Rob. She then asked him if he needed to use the phone. She replied that he wouldn't try the other one again in a minute. She and Rob then returned to their conversation. Just a few moments later, Rob heard Angela scream chillingly. The man then said, "I didn't need to use the phone anyway." Rob immediately dropped his phone, ran outside to his car, and drove toward the payphone. The abductor's car sped past him in the opposite direction. He heard her yell out to him. He threw his car in reverse, unknowingly damaging the transmission, followed it for 2 miles, and then the transmission fails. Damn.
So, like, did he kill her when he was saying that?
Well, if she called out to him while they were driving past, she probably was still alive when he grabbed her.
Yes, Rex. When she screamed, she was probably still alive.
I'm a little slow.
I think I'd
Don't worry, we all are.
I think I'd be a bit more concerned if she was screaming when she wasn't alive.
Yeah, we're here to investigate a murder, not a reviving.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Hey.
Don't worry, we all are. An extensive search began. All were ruled out. Rob was questioned. He was cleared. 2 witnesses later came forward, seeing a truck and suspicious person around the payphones between 11:30 and 11:45 p.m. Okay, so that's when she would have disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Connected to 2 other unsolved cases within a 100-mile radius. First occurred near Max Creek, Missouri, on January 19th. 42-year-old convenience store worker Trudy Darby called her son to report a suspicious man looking outside. 10 minutes later, son arrived. Woman was gone. Body was found on a riverbank 10 miles from the store. She'd been... I'm not going to read that out, because I'd prefer not to immediately get demonetized.
Well, no. What does it? What does it say?
I'll just
If not, no. We can just use like the buzzwords, like the things that people say, like
drag this over
instead
here.
of saying the K word or the R word, they just say like
that. She got a. Oh god. Shot twice in the head.
Very horrible,
damn.
traumatic thing happened to her, and then she was shot in the head twice.
God.
I will leave it up to your imagination on what you think that horrible thing was, but let's just say it begins with an R and ends with an E. And has rap in the middle.
Huh. The other case involved 30-year-old Cheryl Keeney, another convenience store worker in Nevada, Missouri, which is 75 miles from Max Creek. She vanished after locking her store on the night of February 27th. Her car was found abandoned in the store parking lot. It's believed that she also was kidnapped. The serial killer may be on the loose in Missouri, although they hold little hope that either Angela or Cheryl are alive. There have been several unconfirmed sightings of Angela throughout the United States and even in Canada. Actually, her face looks familiar. Maybe I've just seen this case before. Rob was initially considered a suspect in Angela's disappearance. Later was cleared.
You know what?
Yeah?
Every time I hear just like somebody who never got found after they went missing, which is a very sad, unfortunate thing. It reminds me of I forget the name of it. Get the name of the person, if it really was even a person.
The Zodiac
Celine
Killer?
Delgado.
Who?
Have you guys have not heard of Celine Delgado?
No.
Well, there was this Mexican news station that would play they would it was in the 90s, I think, maybe early 2000s. They would play missing persons reports, after the news. And so after they're done with the news, they play all these missing persons reports, and there would always be one throughout the years, Celine Delgado. Every other one would cycle through. There'd be new people every time, but Celine Delgado was always there, which is the strangest thing, because there's a theory that I've heard about it that Celine Delgado isn't a real person, and that they just had her there as sort of like a warning.
Yep.
Because her face has sort of got that uncanny feeling to it.
Like it doesn't feel like a real person?
Yeah, it
What's
doesn't
the
feel
name
like
again?
a real person. Celine Delgado.
Someone like a doppelganger?
No, it's the hold on, let me look it up.
If you can find it for me, send it to me. I'd like to see that.
Hold on.
Glasses,
It
a
was
beard, a mustache, and wearing overalls. Trotsky? Probably spelled that wrong.
I
Trotsky?
think it was no, it wasn't Nightmind.
Trotsky?
It was,
No. Wait a second. Abductor described as a filthy Caucasian with glasses, though there's no glasses on that, a beard, and a mustache. None of those exist on this person. This sketch is incomplete.
All right. I think it was Disturbing Things from Around the Internet, Volume 13 by Nexpo. I think that's where I heard about it originally. Here, I'll send the link to you.
Alright, I'll check that in a bit. Serial killer Kenneth McDuff, whose killing spree spanned from 1966 to 1992, has been looked at as a possible suspect, however he was never officially linked to her case. Now, I looked through this guy, Kenneth McDuff. This man has done a lot. We'll go over him
It's
in
strange.
a bit.
If he was like a popular serial killer, I'm surprised I haven't heard about him.
Yeah. Well, you don't live in Texas. He's very popular in Texas because...
You wanna know why I don't think I've heard about him? No, nobody wants to date him.
That's the thing that you point out. All right.
I mean, that's what a lot of white girls, for some reason, really want to fuck serial killers.
I mean, you're not wrong, but...
Which I don't know why, because I'm pretty sure if you met up with a serial killer, the first thing that he would think about is, what's your head look like on a pike?
Not wrong.
Didn't steal that quote from American Psycho. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, we don't judge. Tightened parole rules, extensive prison building projects, and improved monitoring of violent parolees are collectively known in Texas as the McDuff Laws.
So he had laws named after him?
Yeah, apparently, I mean...
Oh, then he must have been bad.
Rex, you've been silent. What do you think about all this?
I think this is fucking wild, man.
Angela's mother, Marshall Cook, later befriended Janice McCall, whose daughter Stacy vanished along with her friend Susie and Susie's mother, Cheryl Levitt. Damn, alright. Results unsolved. Trudy's case was eventually solved with the conviction. Trudy's case was eventually solved with convictions of half-brothers Jesse Rush and Marvin Chaney. However, Cheryl and Angela still remain unsolved. Investigators suspect that Jesse and Marvin were involved in them. However, they have not been charged. One rumor suggests Angela was murdered and thrown into a well at an old artesian park in Clinton, Missouri, close to God, I can't speak today. Close to the site of an old water ride, but it's unknown if that has been explored. In April 2021,
Ooh.
on the 30th anniversary of Angela's disappearance, the Clinton Police Department announced that there was a new theory being investigated in her case. So this is still open, probably. A confidential informant that helped in a narcotics operation received a cut-and-paste letter which read, "Hello, no, redacted, we know who you are, no, redacted. Feel like you deserve what you get. We know where your foxy daughter is at. She'll be with us soon. Tell wife's name. She has our deepest sympathy and her further loss. Goodbye." The later correctly identified the informant's court-issued number along with his estranged wife's first name. The letter was postmarked April 4th, 1991, the day of Angela's abduction. The informant's wife and daughter, who was named Angela, were living in Clinton at the time. Investigators theorized that those involved in the narcotics operation targeted the informant's daughter, but mistakenly abducted Angela Hammond.
Oh, shit.
Investigators noted that while the theory seems credible, they have not been able to rule it out.
Oh.
They have recently received an anonymous call from someone who may have had information about Angela's abduction. The call specifically mentioned details involving the letter. They're hoping that the caller will call back. A reward is being offered for leads in this case. Boys, I think we're going down to Missouri.
Yeah. I'm gonna scour the entirety of fucking Missouri.
We shall remove Missouri from the map if that's required. We shall search the entirety, every speck of dirt.
I'll use my godlike near blindness, not blindness, to search for clues in a murder case.
Clue, go get him.
Because
Scooby-Doo, we're on the case.
I personally think at this point we can rule out her being alive.
Yeah, no way. But by this point, if she hasn't been spotted, she's likely dead. It's been 31 years.
Which she could have developed Stockholm and
unlikely, but all right.
Yeah, but I'm always saying that you never actually know until this stuff is solved, which this may never be solved. But like, with it being, I guess, not reopened last year, but at least talked about last year, I'm hoping that they can get justice for this girl and her family, whatever family she may have left. I don't know.
Ooh, we got something else here. So, extra note, under the extra notes, Angela's mother, Marshall Cook, later befriended Janice McCall, whose daughter Stacy vanished along with her friend Susie and Susie's mother, Cheryl Levitt. There's a link to, over Stacy's name, the Springfield 3. What is this? On June 6, 1992, best friends Stacy McCall and Susan Streeter graduated from Kickapoo High School in Springfield, Missouri. They arrived at the home of Stacy's mother, Cheryl Levitt, around 2 a.m. The next morning, they were never seen again. When authorities arrived there, nothing appeared to be disturbed other than the porch light being smashed. The same day, a witness saw a tall man telling a woman, matching Suzanne's description, to not do anything stupid. An unidentified transient was seen... I think I'm saying that right, was seen near the house shortly before the disappearances, but authorities don't know whether or not it was connected to this case. Suspects: kidnapper and murderer Robert Craig Cox is considered a suspect in this case and gave several strange statements to the police after the disappearances. Extra notes: the original air date of this case is unrevealed. References to it being on Unsolved Mysteries may be erroneous. It was also profiled on 48 Hours, America's Most Wanted, Disappeared, and People magazine's investigates. Results unsolved. Cheryl and Suzanne were declared legally dead in 1997, but they still have not been located. Damn.
Huh.
They don't exist. They're
So
dead, but they.
do you think that Robert Craig Cox could be the one who yoinked Angela?
There's a chance.
Yeah, but there's also a chance that he didn't.
Yeah, there's a lot of chances of who could have did what.
And I really don't think that's up to us. I really.
And charged with the armed robbery of a hair salon.
Really?
Yeah.
Couldn't have
Robert
chose
Craig
like a
Cox
McDonald's.
robbed a hair salon.
This
Man,
dude
you don't
probably
even got any hair. How you gonna rob a hair salon?
This absolute loser probably
Oh.
robbed a local business.
For a former Army Ranger. Released from Florida's death row in 1990 after the state Supreme Court overturned his conviction in the 1978 death of a 19-year-old Orlando woman.
Yeah, this absolute loser probably robbed a local business.
Huh.
Instead of going to like a McDonald's. Like, if you're gonna rob somewhere, do like a McDonald's. Because, like, if you rob somebody's, like, local business, you're likely to hurt somebody or get somebody killed.
Hold on a second.
Personally, if I'm working at a... What?
Sorry, I just want to point this out. In 2002, investors went to a concrete company, also in Webster County, after two women told police there were men in there who drove a green van, which appeared to look like the one wanted by authorities in the cold case of the Springfield 3. Cadaver dogs were brought in to hit on 3 spots, and bones were recovered. They might actually have the bodies of the Springfield 3.
I
believe it's...
Huh.
Huh.
Hmm.
That is a perplexing one there. But,
what secrets do you
hold,
Mr. Robert Cox?
Well, we're done with that. I mean, honestly, I don't feel like we really have the right to go into, like, oh, who done it? Because that, if we ever get popular and somebody watches this, that could spread confusion. So maybe we should move on.
What do we move on to? Cokeville Elementary School explosion?
No.
Yes.
Sure, let's do it. 2 to 3. Sorry, 2 to 1. Cokeville Elementary School explosion. Unexplained phenomenon. Hostage situation and accidental bomb explosion. How do you have an accidental bomb explosion?
Wait, that sounds...
How do you
that sounds too entertaining. We should do something else.
Yeah, well, let's leave that for another episode. Episode.
You want to know what? Let's do cryptids.
Cryptids? You want to do the cryptid session? All right.
Yeah. I mean, live open discussion since we're on air, quote unquote. How about we try to just make it a mixed bag in general?
Yeah.
All right. So what do you suggest for the cryptids?
How about we do one of my personal favorites, skinwalkers?
Ooh.
That's a touchy subject. Skinwalkers.
It's not a touchy subject. Skinwalkers are...
I mean, the opinions on them. Because people...
I mean, anybody who really doesn't, follow the original lore all that well, I usually don't like their creations, because personally I'm a huge fan of skinwalkers. I like the whole idea, and I love it that it's native folklore, and it's like the weird thing of something that could have been real, in a way, because, they exist, no matter what like native tribe you're looking at, they probably have something that's similar to a skinwalker or a Wendigo.
Oh, that's creepy. I'm looking at Skinwalker. The images you get when you pick Skinwalkers. Oh, I don't like that. I do not like that. I don't like that.
What I, you know, Would I like to believe that they still
Oh.
exist? Yes. Is the probability of them still existing, at least in, like, America?
Not very.
Probably no, not very high. They would
That's
have to
just
be absolutely
Like,
the
what
best.
did you search up?
It's just a random woman, and those are just
Did you type in
weird.
Skinwalker?
Anyways, so Skinwalkers. In Navajo culture, a Skinwalker, Navajo, whatever.
That's not a whatever. That'll piss some people off.
True.
It will.
I apologize. Navajo. In Navajo culture, a Skinwalker is a type of harmful witch who has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal. The term is never used for healers. Why?
Well, what are healers?
What are healers?
I imagine they're
maybe just
talking
healing
about
witches.
Native American healers, which are basically like,
Just like
the
shamans?
good wizards, the good witches.
The good ones. Hold on, let me just
Yeah.
readjust
I'm
this
pretty
for
sure.
you.
Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Let me just
Like,
readjust the camera.
like when people are making stories and stuff about skinwalkers, that's cool. I get that. I get that it causes some trouble in like some native like reservations because they don't like talking about it. But like, free speech, and it's just really interesting in general because they're just cool.
Yeah, they are very cool. They're fascinating.
They're also terrifying.
Oh yeah, also terrifying. But like,
Apologies, everyone. I'm just adjusting the camera real quick.
like
So you actually
despite
can
the
see
fact that
everything.
I at one point was super into this stuff, I would still say Wendigo and Skinwalker and all that because I'm not. Because for one, if Wendigos do exist, Wendigo is not their original name. That is not what the natives called them. Wendigo is not a native word, I don't think. So, I have, like, I believe that people who say you shouldn't say Wendigo are relatively misinformed, or I might be misinformed. I don't know.
While community healers and cultural workers are known as medicine men and women, or by other positive nurturing terms in the local indigenous language, witches are seen as evil, performing twisted ceremonies and manipulating magic in a perversion of the good works medicine people traditionally perform. In order to practice their good works, traditional healers learn about both good and evil magic. Most can handle the responsibility, but some people can become corrupt and choose to become witches. Not well understood outside of Navajo culture, mostly due to the reluctance to discuss subject with outsiders. Traditional Navajo people are reluctant to reveal Skinwalker lore to non-Navajos, or to discuss it at all among those they do not trust. Adrian Keene, Cherokee Nation activist and founder of the blog Native Appropriations, has written, "What happens when Rowling, Rowling? Hold on. J.K. Rowling. Okay, Rowling puts this in is we as Native people are now opened up to the barrage of questions about these beliefs and traditions, but these are not things that need or should be discussed by outsiders at all. I'm sorry if that seems unfair, but that's how our culture survives. That's how our cultures survive."
I mean, yeah, but I hate to tell them they live in the day and age of the internet. And if one person says something, everybody else will.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but you have to also realize that it's an entire culture we're talking
Oh
about.
yeah,
We're just asking people to openly tell us.
No, I I get that. I get that it's an entire culture, but like at this point, just about everybody knows about skinwalkers.
Mm.
There's entire communities that aren't Navajo dedicated to it. So,
Skinwalker Ranch.
like, at this point, like my interest in them, I'm not the only one, and I don't think I'm to blame. Because it's just interesting shit. I like what people do with it. And plus, I'm like 5% native. Because my grandma was 50% and my mom was 25%. So, my family does have, like, I'm not exactly sure which one, because they're not exactly sure. They just know they are. Or my grandma never told my mom, one of the two. I'm unsure. But, like, I do have a little bit of native blood in me.
Mm. I think most people living in the U.S. at least have a little bit.
Yeah, but my family's got, like, a direct connection.
Okay. So you said that you had encountered a skinwalker or something like that, didn't you?
Yes, I do, but it's a weird thing, because I also believe that I did and both did not. Because it could have just been a deer.
Yes,
But,
I wish to hear.
one night we were heading home from, like, a football game. I forget. It was like a football game or some kind of something. It was something. I can't remember exactly. It was like about 8 months ago, so it was probably football. Anyways, we're heading back, and I'm talking to my family about the lore of, like, skinwalkers and stuff, because at the time I was super duper interested in this stuff and wanting to get to learn more about it. And as we were going along, it's dark. It's about 8 to 9, very dark outside. We're driving through what appears to be like a heavily wooded area, and I'm talking about this stuff, and I didn't say, like, the original name or anything, but, like, as we're going down the road, my dad has his window open, and he hears something running beside our car just out of view from, like, the tree line,
Oh.
because it was a very, like, closed-in road. So yeah, we're driving along, and I don't believe him at first. I believe he's just trying to mess with me, because he does that. And, I roll my window down, and I have everybody hush, and I hear it too. There was something running beside our car, keeping pace. We were going about 40, 60.
Oh, damn. Then, yeah, whatever that was, that's, like, inhuman.
Yeah, okay, that's definitely not a human. That's definitely an animal of some sort.
It could have been a deer, because they're stupid and will run with the thing that they're running away from.
Well, how can a deer go that fast?
Yeah, deer
They
don't run. Dude, hold on. How
Deer don't
fast
run.
do deer run? Oh damn. 37 to 50 miles per hour. Okay, yeah. I believe it.
And deer are pretty stupid. But somewhere deep down inside of me, I was like, that motherfucker heard me talking about him.
Like, I heard
That
you
motherfucker-
talking some.
I heard you talking
shit.
mad shit.
I'm about to
Like-
beat you.
And I believe if I'm remembering correctly, I'm trying not to get fact mixed up with fiction, but I believe that skinwalkers have, like, their areas that they subsist in. That's where they live. Don't go to those areas.
Like
I'm
Skinwalker
thinking-
Ranch.
I'm thinking that we were far enough into the country that we may have come across one. And I'd like to say I live in the middle of fucking nowhere, Ohio.
Well, that's just all of Ohio is middle of
Yeah.
nowhere.
Except the big cities.
Ohio?
Even
Does
then,
Ohio even exist?
But
Ohio's a chunk
yeah,
bigger. There's just nothing
middle
there.
of fucking nowhere, Ohio. Going through a wooded road.
Now, is there like a space between the road and you, or is it just like road then forest?
There was like a little bit of like an incline, so kind of like a bank, and then forest.
Oh, that's where it's scary because you can't see down that. I imagine.
Yeah, no, there was weeds too, so you could not see beyond it.
Oh God, so there could have legit just been something right next to you, Storm. That was like, I'm
No,
gonna
we
lead
were.
the way.
It's not. It wasn't that close. Like there was still road, and then like maybe like I'm gonna say about 4 to 5 feet of land, and then the incline.
Now, here's something I gotta ask. What drugs were you taking when this happened?
None.
Hmm, I see.
Best drug that I would have been on is adrenaline, because I think it was after a football game, and I wasn't the one who heard it.
Also, how
See,
long did
that's
it? How,
it's
how
re-
long did it
it's
last? How long did it last?
As long as we were in that heavily wooded area,
Which was
and it was like 15 minutes.
15 or 50?
oh
15.
fuck that no
That wasn't a deer. A deer would not have
That-
followed you for 15 minutes.
no yeah that's not a deer my guy. A deer is not that retarded.
Deer ain't that stupid. Deer are pretty dumb. They ain't that stupid.
It stopped once we reached a house.
Oh, nope.
Oh, homie, you got like some wizard shit going outside your house.
Hey, Storm.
That wasn't our house.
Hey,
Our
Storm.
house.
Hey, Storm. But pass by that house again. I'll bet you won't see it.
I'll bet you will see it.
I'll bet you
I
that
know
thing's
it.
gone. That thing gone.
No,
Vaporized.
the place that we encountered it at is like 30 minutes from my house, so it's
I
quite a
know
distance.
you like to see it.
Oh God,
But, like-
homie, I'm just gonna say you might have some evil demon stuff outside your house.
No, it's
I
not.
think
It wasn't my house, and we don't have woods thick enough for it to live around here.
Oh,
Are
so
you
it's
sure about
worse.
that, friend?
It's not your house.
Are you sure about that, friend?
No, we didn't go into the house. It stopped when like our car went by a house.
Oh, that's horrible. I hate that.
It might live in that house. That might be its home.
No, it was a very well lit area. That's not what skinwalkers do. People often get like, you go onto TikTok and you look at all these skinwalkers, quote unquote. It's all weird because they're not very good. They're not scary. They're not, because it's like, oh, I got an alert on my phone by the government telling us that our skinwalkers are in our area. Fucking excuse me? Like, that's not how that shit works, buddy.
If the government knew about it, the government would do some shit. It'd say, get the hell out of there.
I think if the government gave a shit about it, they'd do something about it. But like,
The government don't give a shit.
Yeah, and like, it's like people look at skinwalkers and like the few TikToks that I wouldn't say a few. I watched a lot. They treat skinwalkers like they're a fucking weather occurrence.
Like, oh, yep, that's Bob. He's skinwalker number one.
Nowhere in native folklore does it say that a skinwalker will come into your house, live with you for 3 years, and then eat you.
No, because that's not how it works.
They are cannibals, they are ravenous, they are smart in some ways by tricking people, but they will never go for that long. That's just the truth. I hate the woods at night. Never go into it. Never will go into it.
Chief,
Because it fucking sucks. People who camp out at night in the woods are asking to be killed.
I was looking around. I just want to send you this real quick. Oh.
Show me.
I'm just gonna post this in a general chat if you'll take a look at that.
Yeah, that's not scary though. Gurkk, when you've been around the internet before, that image is scary. That image becomes way less fucking scary only because you've seen it so many goddamn times. It's not.
Yeah,
It's
that
funny. It's funny. Like, oh shit, he's a skinwalker! If it was a skinwalker, bitch, you wouldn't have gotten the picture. Okay,
My
second one, I haven't seen that second picture, but like still.
My family is linked with all this paranormal shit, especially my sister. Like, fucking, my sister, not me, I wish it was me, kind of, has seen a lot when she was very young. She saw a lot of paranormal shit. And we live next to a graveyard, so.
Oh, fuck that guy. Fuck that, my guy. That's not cool.
Kind of semi keeping it on the talk of cryptids and the paranormal. So I'm just gonna run through the stories that I know and remember. So my sister, used to have an imaginary friend.
Oh no, I think I know where this is gonna go.
It's not going in the way you think it did. You think it will. It's not, depending on what you believe, it's a good thing. And whether or not if you believe, that's this thing. This is a slightly religious, not that much though. But like, she would have an imaginary friend that she would treat as, real. Very real. Would not let my mom sit on the swing next to her because, well, Gabriel was sitting there.
Is that the guy? Is that the thing's name?
It was like Gabriel or Jacob, one of those two, I think.
And like, that's a whole bottle. Fuck you. No. Fuck that. No.
And whenever she'd go to sit down, and she'd be told, "Don't sit there," by my sister. One day she went to sit down, stopped herself, and says, "Oh, Jacob's probably there." And then Kate, my sister, said, "No, he's not anymore."
That's creepy. I don't like that.
But the next thing she said was, "Gabriel told me he had to go." He went to heaven.
Nope.
And they took her to a priest.
No, fuck that.
They took her to a priest, and the priest had said maybe it was a guardian angel. My sister was a very ill child. She had multiple life-threatening surgeries that were crucial to her survival.
Well, yeah, Gabriel is the name of a guardian angel, if I'm pretty sure. It's one of the, main ones.
I think that was the commander of the army. The heavenly army. Wasn't that Archangel Gabriel? Hold on. I might be wrong about this. I hope I don't Gabriel was the archangel who announced to the Virgin Mary that he had been chosen to bear the Son of God. He appears in the Hebrew Bible, the New Testament, and the Quran. Yeah, he was one of the archangels. Gabriel is also translated as the strength of God in some languages.
I just fucking swallowed plastic.
You
retard!
I think I puked it back up, though.
Oh.
I was chewing on a bottle cap ring thing. Sometimes sometimes I just gotta chew, and I don't think I have any gum, so I just was chewing on a bottle cap ring, and it went down my throat, but I puked into my trash can, so I think it went back up.
All right. Let's get back on topic.
I got more paranormal stories.
All right. We still got 15 minutes.
Oh, when's the time? When we stopping?
6:50.
Okay.
7:50 your time. 7:30. Damn, I can't speak today. I give up.
So when she was really little, yet again, she would see shit all the time. she had once saw my great-grandma Myrtle in her closet.
Oh.
No, yet again, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. The one thing that my great-grandma Myrtle wanted to say from beyond the grave was that she loved her.
Oh, that's actually nice.
Sweet. That's sweet, but like...
And the reason that my mom genuinely thinks it was a paranormal experience is because she had never once met her grandma Myrtle, and it was a great-grandma Myrtle, and it was... She was way too fucking young to know who she was.
That's sweet but terrifying at the same time.
How so? How's it scary?
It's just scary because
the dead person.
Okay, no, Gurkk, it's not because they're dead. It's because the fact that they never met them and they knew who they were.
No,
Yeah.
that's not even the worst one. I'm saving the best one for last.
I've had my own experience before. Fucking.
You can tell it tomorrow. I've got like 5 more stories to run through.
Then, okay.
So this is one my mom can attest to. My sister, one day she was coming home with my sister, and every picture we had on our wall was laid neatly below where it was hung.
No.
No.
Nobody was home.
Bro, someone's living in your basement. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on.
Basement?
Someone is in your basement, my guy.
It doesn't have a basement. It's a double wide. No basement, no floor, no second floor, no first floor, no attic.
No basement, no floor, no basement, no floor. Sorry.
I said second floor.
I know. I was making a joke.
No. Why?
Another one. My sister had seen an old man at our back door. Mom went to go check. Nope. No one was there. But Kate still insisted he was there.
Oh my god.
And then she said, Don't worry, Mom. He's a good man."
No, I'm out. No.
This is SCP shit. This is SCP shit.
Oh. I've saved the absolute best for last.
Oh, no.
God, when you're a person that hallucinates, this makes it worse. Because then you'll realize you'll see shit like this down the line.
Both my mom and sister, and every nurse at this nursing home that they work in, has seen what they like to call the lady in white.
No.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
No.
The lady in white appears on the east wing at the end of a hallway whenever a resident is about to die. They describe her as sort of the stereotypical looking, like the character from The Ring, right?
Yeah, I know.
Sort of that.
Yeah.
But the one thing that makes me think, I think personally that that's the embodiment of death here to take the souls to the afterlife.
That's not bad, per se.
But the one thing that makes me think possibly that this could be a real occurrence is that every nurse has seen her. Everyone!
No, Chief. I'm gonna cut you off there. No. Every nurse?
I just remembered one. I just remembered another one. And it's really quick. It's really fucking quick.
Okay.
And it actually has happened to me.
Oh, shit.
So we have Old Man Jenkins in our house. I think is what he was called.
Who's that?
We don't know.
No, you can't just say that. You can't just say that. We have someone named Old Man Jenkins in our house and just call it off as nothing. No, that's not how that works. See, you have Old Man Jenkins. You either have like a pot, a picture of a lost loved one, or something like that. That's what you call Old Man Jenkins. You don't just call someone Old Man Jenkins and then not exist.
No, that's what my fucking grandpa called him. He's been around since my grandpa, when he was alive.
Oh my fucking god! Your house is haunted, my guy. You got demons.
No, but the only thing that Old Man Jenkins does is that he walks in the hallway next to my room. That's it.
Oh no!
One of these days
Can we
you're
agree on
gonna
this?
come
You
home
need-
and he
you
ain't
need-
gonna be
you
in
need
that
the
hallway. He's
Exorcist.
gonna be someone else.
No, you don't
It's
see
gonna
him.
be so-
You don't see him. You hear him.
That's worse.
One of these
Because
days
you know
ain't
he's there, but you
one of these
can't
days
see
you
him.
ain't gonna hear him in your hallway. You're gonna hear him in your room.
No,
And
but
he
like
ain't gonna
you
go away.
gotta understand what he does though. He walks.
How fast?
It's a uh,
Oh no, that's horrible.
5 steps towards the stairs, and then it
5
stops.
steps and it's done?
Yeah.
Oh god. See, like, I have stairs that go up to my room and my father's, and I can tell when people come up, but I'll hear those steps go down, I'll hear those steps, and then if my paranoia is bad, I'll look over there, I'll see someone faceless, they don't exist, it's my mind, but they don't exist. They're faceless, they look like Slender Man kind of, but like they just stand there and wave at me.
My
And,
my sister, when she went to another nursing home to work at, she still had shit happen to her. And then
Another one?
she had shit that happened to a trucker.
What the hell?
She says that when she was there, shit you not, and sometimes, or at least once, she had looked into like this TV screen.
Yeah.
Shit you not, she said there was someone standing behind her.
Bro, that gave me goosebumps. Oh my
And when
god.
she turned around, nothing.
No, that's terrifying. It's like the fucking ring girl. It's like the girl off of the Exorcist movie. What was it?
The Exorcist.
We're like, yeah, okay, the Exorcist. Yeah, I didn't know what
And
it was called.
not to mention the time that she got fucking touched.
Oh no, Najee, no. It was like okay. Was it like a light tap on the shoulder and then she looked
It
away
was like
and there was no one there?
somebody put their hand on her shoulder.
Oh, it's Old Man Jenkins.
No, it's not Old Man Jenkins. And then this trucker had come in delivering shit, and he was freaking the fuck out because he thought he hit a kid in the driveway.
Don't like that.
Looking back at it,
No. How do you think you hit a kid? You can look at your front thing and you can see, remnants of a child. I hit a child. No, that's not how that works.
to be fair, if I was in that trucker's shoes, I would be freaking the fuck out, and I would run inside and ask, if someone could go look.
I would,
I
if
would be
I
too
was in the
scared.
trucker shoes, I would full on say, I don't know what's up with this kid, but like, something's up, and I don't know what it is, but I don't like it.
You don't understand. They went back out there, nothing.
No.
No.
The security cameras,
Oh.
fucking nothing.
So like, did he see a kid get hit? Did he hit a kid? So thought he did.
Yeah, but he pulled off. He
So
He,
he
like,
heard the thud and he saw like the
no,
explosion
he
and all
saw the
that.
kid in his rear view and hit him on accident. But when he
So
went
like
to
there
look,
was a flat out thud and then it just they look back, nothing.
but as I said, when he went to look, nothing.
God, the worst thing that could possibly happen more than there being nothing, they're just being shoes, but there's nothing else. They're kid shoes, but they're just there. In a neat little fashion like someone was standing there. That would be the worst thing I could ever see. Bro, that's stuff that fucks with people. That's what makes people insane.
And I'm trying to think if she told me about any other things that have happened. Oh, the basement of the current nursing
No
home.
basements, no.
Basements have already gotten bad, Storm.
All of the nurses refuse to go into the basement.
Why? Why?
They think it's haunted.
Well, have you gone now?
They went down there to like get wheelchairs.
Mm-hmm.
It was wheelchairs or something along the lines of that. They went down there. It is dark. The light did not fucking work. They
Oh,
did not
no.
know why. So they're using their phone flashlights while they're down there. They open this big-ass heavy door to get into this area that has the... Because it's old.
Or because the owners knew, the previous owners who built the house, or the building, or whatever it is, knew about the ghost and built that big door to lock it in.
The ghosts most surely wouldn't have been there before the nursing home. I think the nursing home where, you have probably 20 deaths every year, 10 deaths at least, every year. Pretty sure that's where the ghosts are going to come from. And, so they get back down there, and they're already fucking creeped out. They're getting these, wheelchairs. They just start hearing a fucking banging, and they see that the door they had just fucking opened slams shut.
Oh god.
This big ass heavy door slams shut.
See, Chief, that's what we call a thing called dipping the fuck out.
They did. They did. They fucking busted it up the stairs.
God, bro. I could never be in your situation. First of all, that skinwalker thing, that whole, supposed skinwalker or some shit like that, that's what's scary. Because the only thing that makes it mostly believable that it was a skinwalker, and not saying that it is that it was falling for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. A deer is not that dumb. I know deer. They will actually run. They're smart somewhat. That's no deer.
But, the most terrifying thing about the nursing home
What?
was that the fact that every nurse has had some experience with either the basement or the lady in white, or both.
I could never do that, bro. I would come over to your little area, cause I live pretty near to you, a couple of a state or two over. I would come over just to see what you live through on a daily basis with those paranormal activities, hear those weird shit, and just God, I just want to see it.
Also, Old Man Jenkins doesn't do it every day.
Oh, what? Oh, he doesn't do it every day?
No, he only does it sometimes.
You should put. Oh, here's an idea. Put something in the hall at night. Whenever you just put.
Oh yeah, put flour on the ground. Put flour on the ground.
It's carpet. I can't do that.
Okay, what I would just suggest doing, get some piece of paper and pencil, and just have something there.
Maybe he'll write on it. Maybe he'll write on it.
I have. I've left there's been trash in that hallway. Never gets disturbed, even when I hear it. So he's literally just walking.
And then stopping.
Yeah.
I don't have Old Man Jenkins.
And the fact is, the reason we're not scared of Old Man Jenkins is that if he were gonna do something evil, he would have done it. My grandpa lived in this house before we did. They heard him. They knew he existed. He never did anything.
How long have you guys known about him?
Since my grandma and grandpa have lived in this house.
Which was?
I don't know, actually. It's gotta be I'm gonna say at least 40 to 50 years is my best guess. Probably more than 40. So they lived here for about 40 years. Dealt with him.
At least you learned that he's good.
Oh yeah, at least he hasn't done shit yet.
Yet. That still leaves opportunity.
And this just could be my eyes playing tricks on me, but sometimes, for real, if you look up at the graveyard, legit, sometimes, I swear, on jaw, you will see somebody standing there, blink, and they'll be gone.
Oh.
So, they stay there as long as you don't blink?
Yeah. Which doesn't mean they're, evil.
It reminds me of that Japanese myth. The person that stands in the cornfield. Or, the field or something, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that kind of reminds me of that.
like, people think of ghosts, they always think of the evil specters. Just because they're dead doesn't mean they're evil.
No, not all people are bad. Like, I lost my grandpa a year ago. I'm pretty convinced that those hallucinations and all that I hear, I'm pretty sure that's him, but I don't think that's, like, the people or figures I see aren't him. I'm pretty sure everything else is, like, either him walking around.
I fully believe that my grandpa, he died around 5 years ago. I fully believe he stops in and visits every once in a while.
Yeah, same here, because I've noticed, I will have some shit. I'm a heavy sleeper. I also have, like, some really old pictures of me and him in my room. I have found that closed before, and I'm like,
I didn't fucking close this. Grandpa, are you on your shit again?
No, it's like pictures from when I was like 2 years old or a year old, and those are very dear to me. I love those pictures mainly because, well, you can't replicate those no more.
Yeah, because my grandpa died in this house.
Yeah, my grandpa was put in hospice. He had like there was a lot of bad things going on. He had like Alzheimer's and all that bad stuff.
I know we're at the end of our time, but I just want to say, like, how he died. He had a blood clot in his foot, and
That's bad.
that's what did him in. And the last thing he did, like literally right before he died, was nag my grandma to go get him a glass of water.
So what were his last words?
I love that. That's kind of
His
funny.
last words were, "Donna, please go get me a glass of water."
Oh,
They had just woken up. And, well, no, he had woken up in the middle of the night, asked her to go get him a cup of water, and then he just, as, you know, my grandma left to go get him a glass of water, he died.
oh God.
Very peacefully.
See, I've been told the best way to go is in your sleep.
He wasn't in his sleep. I believe he was awake and then quickly went back. But also, though it's not an I love you, that wasn't his thing. I think that he did something that was a bit more heartfelt than an I love you would have been. Because instead of my grandma having to see him die, he sent her off to do a favor for him. And I think that's how he wanted it.
I feel like a good memento. I'm not saying this. I'm just saying this for like you. This probably isn't the greatest thing. Like, was he cremated?
Yes, he was cremated.
I feel like just something like a good memory would have like a glass of water put next to his urn or something like that.
Oh no, I got a good memory of him. A can of Budweiser from whenever he was still alive. That was his favorite beer.
Yep, the same here with my grandpa. Always drinking Budweiser.
And also an original Elton John cassette, even though that's probably more of a grandma thing. It's still nice, because he would have been younger. Yeah, it was an original Elton John cassette from when Princess Diana died.
Oh, damn. Alright.
It's actually old.
Well, we've reached the 1 hour mark, and it's time to head off. Today we talked about the mysterious disappearance of Angela Hammond, skinwalkers, general paranormals, and Storm's family history. So, I think today has been a progressive podcast, don't you?
It's been a wild ride.
It's certainly been a wild ride. Anyways, if you guys would like to say goodbye before we head out for tonight.
See ya.
Yeah.
Alright. So everyone, thank you for listening in, and we'll see you next time.